Welcome. I think we're live. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to Crosspod Wordcast.
And I can hear that we're going live with a little delay that proves it's happening. So
terrific.
well, it's the Crosspod Wordcast. It's a crossword puzzle podcast. I'm David.
I'm Daniel.
We solved the puzzle. It's today's puzzle we're going to solve.
Yeah.
And
I
it's from
held
the
up-
New York Times.
I held off on doing it this morning.
Oh, good for you.
Went back and did an archival one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah,
For my
because you have a
morning
big
routine.
project, as we've discussed in the past episodes. You are going back and filling in all. You're doing it.
Yeah, totally. I am filling in the back year as I complete every New York Times crossword puzzle this year. So far, so good. Stats here. Where's the archive? How do I see here we go. Look at this. There you go. January, a lot of yellow. February, 50-50. Yeah. Yellow means no help from the app. Blue means you had to get a little help. Sometimes you got to get a hand.
If you were to see mine, I haven't even attempted as many as you're doing. Plus, I mean, Monday through Wednesday, it's good that you're getting gold stars with those because they're easier.
Yeah.
And
if I wasn't, that'd be just embarrassing. Who am I?
It would. Yeah. I mean, you have the other. I have to say, since our last couple of recordings, I have really ramped up my New York Times games playing, and I play Spelling Bee every day. I play Wordle Connections every day. I've kind of shied away from Letterbox. It's not my favorite, but
yeah, I do Letterbox on my own. It's never a shared game with the house players. It's kind of a truly one man game, as it were.
Yeah.
So. But today we're going to solve the Thursday crossword, February 8th. It's 2024. And David, we have a return and report to do where we have to check back in on our past art sections that we've shared, and then we're going to do a little buzz by. These are just laying out the lay of the land.
Yeah.
We'll have our buzz by, then we'll start the puzzle, and we'll talk about we'll do this puzzle, and then we'll have an art section at the end, a new one.
Yeah. In between solving the puzzle and the art section, we also have our etymological pass, in which we look up
how could I forget
etymologies of the words we didn't know. And that'll be it. Yeah. It'll be the full episode after we've done each of those little segments.
Yeah, then we'll stop recording and we'll go to bed immediately.
We'll each go our individual ways. Did we say hello and thank you to Sultan Studios and producer Sam?
Yeah, we got producer Sam Garfield keeping us looking edgy and tight on your screens. And if you're listening to this after the fact, Sam says woo-wee in the chat. So
yeah.
Okay, well, let's return and report, David, shall we?
Yeah, on that subject, I don't know if I really have
anything to...
No, not really. But let's visit. You're opening up the old podcast app, so you can go see to our back episodes and see the notes for the episodes from previous.
That's what I'm doing.
Crosspod Wordcast episodes, and so now we're going to see it. And I did go back and listen though. I always listen to our show, but recently I went back and listened to the one we did 2 weeks ago, and I had a lot of fun listening to it. And then I also listened to the one before that, in which I had forgotten that I started that podcast episode totally blitzed with you guys.
Oh, that was so fun! You were such a lively participant. If only you could bring that kind of verve sober.
Oh dear, I'm sorry that I can't shine without my.
Oh, David, you always shine.
Pixie dust.
It's just fun to see you giggle. More giggling when you're drunk.
Yeah,
so
that's fair.
Well, you talked about the Harry Potter and the Methods of Rationality podcast last week, and I haven't dipped my toe.
Right.
So nothing to report there. I talked about Eternal You. I doubt you've seen that Sundance film
I
So
haven't, but I did hear another. I was listening to a different podcast, film critic, discuss this movie because he had seen it as well. And so, yeah, it's now, I'm starting to piece together a little bit more about this movie. It might be one of those movies I never see. Sometimes document or movies from Sundance just don't gain a distribution. So,
yeah. Well, nothing to report. So
right,
let's cruise right into our buzz by, I say.
that sounds good to me.
And I'm going to start. I've actually got two
Oh, me
tonight.
me too.
Oh, what a night. Well, technically, I have four beverages at
Wow, that's a
my
lot.
beck and call. I have a limoncello LaCroix that is open.
Oh, okay.
I have a
Well, on a Stanley
Stanley.
thermos.
Sign me up for that Stanley craze
Yeah.
because I do
Yeah.
love it.
Well, I'm going to match yours because I have a Waterloo. What do they call this?
Sparkling water.
Sparkling water,
Mm-hmm.
orange, vanilla flavored,
Love. Yeah, I like an
and
orange vanilla.
so that's to match your Lacroix. I
Hmm.
don't have a Stanley, but I have an Owala.
Oh, in within arm's reach.
No, I kind of just opted out because I had been drinking from it quite a bit, and
Fair enough. Mine
I'm
just
hydrated.
happened to be here. I brought other drinks.
I also
Uh,
brought this other drink. It's a non-alcoholic cocktail for bitter or for worse, or that's for bitter for worse. Eva's Spritz rhubarb citrus sunshine on bare shoulders is the description.
mm, sounds tasty. Gonna crack it and give it a review.
Part of it is that it's past its expiration date, so I'm a little worried about it.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it'll hurt me, but it might not
No,
taste very good.
you'll be fine.
Well, are we opening? You have two more then, or
I have
three
two
more?
more.
Okay,
Yeah.
you want to
So you
keep
better
going?
open one, and
Okay, I'll
I'll
open
open one
this
too.
one. Yeah.
Mine's this one is a Kona Big Wave Liquid Aloha.
Okay, that sounds
Okay.
nice. What is that? Oh, I'm smelling this, and
Hmm.
I don't know. Uh, it smells like kind of like perfume. I might
Mm.
just pass. I don't know.
Fair enough. On an expired drink, I can't blame you. Mine matches my nail polish. That's pretty dope. Mm. The can is this like kind of light blue with some dark blue waves, and I've
Mm.
got blue nails.
What is it? What kind of beer is it? Is it hazy?
It's like a it doesn't really tell me. It says liquid aloha. It's 4.4%. Um, and if I was to describe it, I guess I'd say it seems like kind of lagery, like a light beer almost.
Okay. Well, I'm jumping into
Um,
my Waterloo because that that
Giving up on that.
spritz was a bit of a dud.
I also have a bottle of Bullet Rye
Okay, that
and
sounds
a
serious.
cute little glass with around a cube, or sorry, not a cube. What do you call it? Sphere, a nice sphere.
Okay,
Let's
that looks
get a
great.
little of this in
Yeah,
there.
that looks great.
There we go. Okay. Whoa, that smells like rye. Okay.
Okay, I think
Oh,
we've got our all of our juices flowing now.
okay. So
So
time to jump in the puzz.
I think so. At least we should take a look at. We should explore into the app and tap on Old Thursday. You've been patiently waiting
We'll
to open up
give
Old
ourselves
Thursday.
45 minutes.
45 minutes on the clock. Yes, and this is Thursday's February 8th puzzle. Let's tap on it and see who constructed it. It was Samuel A. Donaldson, and he sounds familiar to me.
Yeah. Maybe I've heard that. Maybe heard it before. Yeah. Okay, so here we go off to the races. The puzzle is six kind of section, although it almost has like sort of like a quadrants kind of vibe, but ultimately, I would say kind of six little sections, three on the left, three on the right. And I'm going to jump right into one across with 8 letters.
Yeah, and that clue with a pun question mark at the end is reality checks.
Reality checks. Checks on reality, checks for reality. Okay,
Yeah, like reality TV checks.
maybe. How about one down? It's 3 letters. Admit
Yeah,
to.
admit to. Yeah.
Hmm. like cop to maybe, or
That's good.
something like that.
Okay, so reality check starts with a C. Let's do two down. Blank, blank, blank.
Now I remember who sang Take On Me.
Aha! It was aha.
Aha, cute. AHA. Three down, three letters.
That clue. Washington Week error, and that's like a in quotes Washington Week, like some
Yeah,
sort
like
of program.
CNN, CBS,
CNN, PBS.
PBS.
Oh, so, yeah, sure. One of those set of letters that's three long.
Well,
But
let's
we
just
don't know what letters yet.
jump to seven down. That's three letters, and see about that.
Yeah, we have blank, blank, blank.
Boston's Mass blank. Like Mass General,
Mass
like their
Gen.
hospital or
Could
something.
be. Could be.
I've
What
heard
about
of
18 or 16 across?
18 or 16 or 16 across. Now we have OH followed by four blanks and then maybe an E if Jen is right, and then a blank.
And that clue. Austin Powers catchphrase.
Oh, behave.
So it's not Jen. It's got a blank V blank for seven down. Boston's Mass blank. Massachusetts Avenue? No, that's not right. Blank
Massachusetts Ave? Yeah, I mean, it figures that Boston would have a Mass Ave.
Here we are in Utah. Does Salt Lake City have a Utah Ave?
Not that I'm aware of.
Now 18 across. PA blank 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 E blank.
The clue: highway crossing. Highway crossing is
Highway crossing.
like a highway crossing, like a bridge, like a something.
Oh yeah, I don't have it coming to me here. What about 4, 5, 6 down? We have blank E blank blank blank. Or do you want to look at 3 down? Blank.
Well, I was just looking at that again and thinking about it. The Washington Week era. Now we
Right,
have the
Washington
B
Week.
in there. CBS, PBS,
PBS, BBC.
BBC. Washington Week, probably not the BBC.
The BBC has an international scope, and they cover all sorts of topics.
Maybe they spend a whole week on Washington every year. Washington Week.
It's Washington Week here at the BBC.
Yeah,
I think maybe it's more like the program is a weekly program.
Yeah. Fair enough. So let's move over to, you said 6 down, blank A, blank, blank, blank.
That clue. Never blank ever.
In
quotes,
that game
that whole thing.
used to play.
Never have I ever.
Yeah.
A game we used to play.
Yeah, growing up.
As people.
Yeah, I don't play it anymore. Please.
People in general.
Below me, you know.
Well, never have I ever. It's like an icebreaker.
No, it's a fun game. It's a fun party breaker game.
Party breaker. Yeah. Right. That's what it is.
For breaking up the
party,
parties.
and everybody has to go home. Okay. We have 8 down is where you're at now.
Blank. Yeah. Blanky blank blank. Lab liquids is that clue. Lab liquids.
Liquids.
Gels? No, I don't know.
That seems like they're kind of more.
But I like an S there. Okay. So 21 S blank blank.
Well, that clue. Perp alert. It's like an APB.
APB. Yeah.
So this is a SIRA 8 down. It's the Latin plural, right?
Mm-hmm.
Lab liquids, SERA.
SERA. We'll have to look that up.
Because one serum is
serum.
And multiple of liquids of them are sera. I think that's what we have.
Do you want to make a note, David, in your note place?
Yes.
To look it up. Okay.
Consider this a note in my note place to look it up.
Okay. I'm wondering now if highway crossing is like a Passover.
Passover. Yeah.
That's kind of.
It's also a religious holiday, but they do call it. I guess you could call it. Have you ever heard anyone call? What would you say instead of a Passover? You would say an overpass.
Overpass. So maybe we have some kind of.
Yeah, a little flipperoo is happening.
Little flipperoony.
Should we do a thing where we jump and try to find if there is a theme in this puzzle? It helps to solve to know what the theme is. So 40 across is this 15-letter long answer that goes all the way across the puzzle in the very center. Dating
axiom, or a hint to interpreting 4 pairs of answers in this puzzle.
Aha. Dating axiom, opposites attract or something like that.
Oh, David, that's nice. Opposites
that could be
attract. It fits. Let's try and confirm here with like 43 down. S blank blank.
That's the clue is Brasilia to Rio direction.
Yeah. South,
Southwest,
south,
south, something.
east, west. Sure.
Brasilia to Rio is it's got to be west east, right? Because I think of
South.
Rio being on the coast, and Brasilia is inland. I think so. So it's going to be south southeast.
Okay.
That's
Let's
my
let's
mental map of Brazil. Should we we'll see. We'll find out at the end.
let's cross words. 47 across. S blank blank.
The clue in quotes at first here: unbelievable, and an internet shorthand.
Yeah.
Unbelievable as an internet shorthand.
Unbelievable. OMG.
SM shake my head.
Shaking my head.
SMH.
SMH.
I think that's
Okay. Let's try 44 down. Confirm that. AM blank blank.
that clue. Playground retort.
Am so.
Am so. That's what I always used to say.
You're not a member of Mensa.
I think you're right.
Okay.
I don't think they let me in.
No, they do a drug test. 45 down. T blank blank blank.
That clue. America pronoun, and America is in quotes.
I mean, they comes to mind as a pronoun that is,
they.
But America pronoun.
America, like you mean like in the song, that song, America, oh beautiful. What song is it?
Her amber waves the grain is usually gendered female, but then, well, let's come back to it.
Okay,
let's see. How about 34 down? Blank blank E.
That clue. Start to fix. Like a pun.
To fix.
Prefix. Oh, very clever.
Yeah.
Prefix.
Okay. Then 36 across. Blank blank R.
That clue. Unit of cell phone reception.
That's usually a bar.
That is a bar.
Roseanne. 27 down. Yeah. Blank blank AT.
That clue. Without ice or mixer.
Neat.
Yep.
36 down.
How do you think that came across as a?
I don't know, but we could put it in our little EP.
I'll put that in our little EP. Consider this a note.
Okay. Noted. 36 down. BI blank blank blank.
That clue. You got it, in quotes.
With an exclamation. You got it.
BI blank blank blank.
You got it.
You got it.
Biden. No. How about 41 down? Oh, blank blank blank.
That clue is place to put the dough.
Place to put.
Oven.
Oh, of course. I ought to know this.
You're a dough man.
I'm a dough man. I'm a dough boy. 42 down. S blank blank blank.
That clue. Email function depicted with a paper plane icon. That's got to be
send to true. Yes.
And it's a fun one. You know, it's a fun little. Every time you hit send, do you think about the little paper airplane that you're throwing across the world?
Not so much. Just lowering my desk here. Oh.
Yeah. Excuse this little rumbling. There's an adjustment happening.
Don't worry, we're all good.
So we landed. I think maybe 46 across is interesting to look at. We have a blank blank VE blank.
Natural at the craps table. 7.
Okay. Yeah. Craps table. Have you spent much time on the craps tables?
Nope. No, I did learn how to play once. 7 seems like it's special because it's like there's so many ways to make 7, so it's like maybe that's natural. It's like the 7. Easy, like common.
Yeah, and they do have a lot of nicknames. Everything has a little nickname. It's very opaque. Like to try to figure
Snake
out
what's eyes.
Yeah, everything. Yeah. So okay, we're on now 49 across. Looks interesting. EN blank 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 ES.
Road runners. 2 words. Road runners with a question mark.
All right. What about 25 and 6 down?
25 down. Blank 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 PS.
That clue. Scraping tools. Like rasps. Is
Rasps,
is that a
sure.
tool? A rasp? What
Yeah.
do we? Should we have just gone to 24 down instead of jumping to 25, or do
I
you want to?
mean, I think blank, blank, blank. Oh, sure.
Mm-hmm. That clue: title role for Tom Hanks in 2022.
Not Sully.
No. Do you remember
2022.
it was like an adaptation of
Oh,
a
is that where he's like a grumpy old man?
yeah, it was called
Yeah.
like and the original I
I
think the
can't,
title is like My Name is
Hugo or like
Ulo. It's like it's a Finnish name or some sort of name that
let's
is
try the crosses here. 35
yeah.
across, blank S, blank.
The clue lax LAX in caps scanners in quotes, but not lax. Okay, so lowercase lax ones. One hopes.
But I believe that to be the TSA.
That
And
is that is a that is a very tiresome quote.
I will say I did get a pat down at the
Oh,
airport this
hey,
yesterday. They
yeah,
did a
and
scan and
and
there was a there they were like, "Oh, well, they showed me the scan. There's like a colorful patch here on your leg." And I'm like, "Well, okay, better check it out. Nothing there.
yeah,
No weapons and
okay.
anyway. Okay, 26 down, blank blank APE.
That clue arrange loosely.
Drape.
That's draped, yeah.
32 across, blank AR, blank blank.
That clue container weight allowances.
Container weight allowances.
Like oh, container weight allowances. Cause that could that be tears?
Tears.
Yeah,
Auto, yeah, then
Otto, a
that sounds
name
like the
called
movie.
Otto, a man
Yeah,
called
he's in the,
Otto, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
And
Um,
I think he it becomes heartwarming at some point. You know, he
oh,
warms
okay.
he's
I'd hate to leave with a cold heart.
I think that's Tom Hanks's brand too. He warms
Yeah.
me.
Of course, it's not like I'm going to leave. I'm not seeing it in the theater. I would hate to remain with a cold heart,
Oh,
watching movies at home like we do
yeah.
mostly.
No,
Uh,
if it's an ideal experience, you're experiencing with an audience of strangers,
yeah,
right? To
totally.
me, I think it's really
With a
fun.
jar of popcorn.
Yeah. And now 24 cross is ORD blank blank IN
Sequentially arranged.
sequentially.
I would think that would be like
In order.
ordered.
It's in order. But it's reversed. You see,
Order
it's reversed
in.
because of the opposites attracting. Order in order. But the fun thing is that order in is also a word. Like
It's a thing.
we're
Yeah.
gonna
So is
order in.
Passover. Yeah.
So is Passover. It's a thing. It's
Yeah.
genuinely a thing.
Um,
Where are we? 20 across. Blank blank e.
NBA impossibility. I know that to be a tie.
Oh,
Can't
is
tie in the
it?
NBA. Gotta keep going until somebody wins.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
5 down. Oh, we should have true clued it, but
Uh,
we'll come back to those. I've already seen these
I'm
now. So
surprised we haven't even looked at these clues before. Five down, blank HOIRS.
conductors may conduct them.
Choirs.
Choirs.
Yes.
4 down. I also already saw. So let's just
Yeah, blank ESTEE
one being quizzed.
is a testy.
A testee.
A testy.
Yeah, that's one being quizzed. Okay, well now we
So
have the channel. It's either PBS or CBS, but we won across
yeah,
again. CA blank T CHAS.
and that was that first clue from One Across Reality Checks, which makes sense now. Well, CAPTCHA. It's CAPTCHAs.
Captchas. Yeah.
And
Okay.
that is that's an interesting tool that we have to use, and
hmm
it seems to me like it's seems so
and
strange.
it seems like there's more and more tools being used that are not CAPTCHA, but
Oh,
are maybe they are.
smarter.
I don't know what it, I've seen ones where it's like hold this button down for 10 seconds until this circle is made, and it's like just things
Yeah,
testing us if
things.
we're human.
Yeah,
Human.
and I guess yeah, it's weird to think that at this point computers can't do some of the things like interpreting letters from a little jumble of ink. Where they're like
hmm
name the letters in
Why
this
can't
flat.
why can't they get all the
Why can't
motorcycles? Why can't they see all the traffic lights?
I think though they also they're using the reCAPTCHA tool to teach the computer what's what. That so it's just that whole thing is going
Just
to
a
get
matter
it.
of time.
Yeah, they will get it. They're training it, I guess, and eventually they won't be able to use that tool anymore because they're gonna break the test with their own tool or with the thing they're training. Okay,
Yeah.
on to 22 down. P blank blank.
Luau side dish.
What? Yeah, poi, a famous Hawaiian dish, crosswordese, and a dish I've never eaten. You?
I should say we've got now, David, of comment from Sam, who has told us that in the comments he says the test isn't just identifying the traffic lights; it's how you move your mouse when you're doing it and other things.
Okay. Yeah, they
Okay.
have things like honeypots too. You know about that? Like,
I've heard the phrase honeypot.
yeah, it's like a thing to attract bees or whatever.
Yeah.
But in this
Mhm.
case, it attracts the
AI,
bots
the bots.
self-identify by filling the field because it's not like something. It's obscured to the humans to even see. So
Mm.
it's like an
But a chat
invisible.
can see
But the
it.
chat sees it and they're like, "Oh, I want that,"
Well,
or I'll
yeah,
fill that. I'll fill
I'll
that
fill
field with
that
some
in.
nonsense. Yeah, and then but being and I have to say I've been trying to manage a website thing with and reCAPTCHA is coming into play and it's at this point it's being frustrating to work with, like it's kind of breaking my forms right now. Anyway,
Mm. Moving on, nine
yeah,
down, blank, 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 B blank, blank.
and that clue is it goes viral in winter.
It goes viral in winter, like a cold, like
Flu
a
bug, yeah, or yeah,
mm,
a cold, some bug makes sense
but
because you got an OU starting out
maybe
28. uh,
you. How about we see this 33 across? E,
Tempting. It's EPI G blank blank blank.
clever quip. That's not an epithet. That's like an insult.
Epithet.
Epigram.
Epigram. Epigram.
Yeah,
Clever
yeah. That's like
quip.
a clever quip. Yeah.
Oh, we should look that up. Consider this noted for our etymological pass.
Okay. Terrific.
Okay.
29 down, blank R blank TH.
That clue in quotes. Agreed.
Uh,
Truth.
pr-
Truth.
Truth?
Truth.
Truth. Okay, there we go. Okay, 30 down, blank A blank T.
That clue. Where trailers wind up.
Where trailers wind up like movie trailers, David?
Yeah.
Like camping trailers,
Burning Man trailers.
Burning Man trailers. They end up
In the yeah.
in packed.
The word
Okay.
went through my mind just now. What about we didn't look at 28 across yet? OUT blank 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 blank.
Explains in detail.
Okay, this is going to be one of our opposites attract.
Yeah, like
So
susses out or explains in detail,
yeah, like
lays
maps out,
out,
lays out, outlays.
outlays.
That's
Yeah.
good, Daniel. That's good.
Okay. Well, now where trailers wind up is LA blank T.
Last.
Last.
They end up
Yeah, I
last.
guess you have to
I
pull a
guess.
trailer, so they are last.
Okay, well,
Um,
let's prove that out with 37 across. US blank blank. Oh blank. We or true clue. I didn't look at 31 down yet.
yeah, AM blank R.
You did look. You're looking at it now. I can tell you're doing it.
Yeah,
So
the
what
clue
is it?
appeared before me, and I did look.
Yes. The clue: Spanish love.
Amor.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, but again, now 37 across. USO blank blank.
Yeah, and that was Uncle Sam's land informally.
Mm.
US of A.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is Uncle Sam's land.
Informally.
Yeah,
Yeah.
formally.
US,
Yeah.
the old US of A.
You know, I suppose if we wanted to, we could dig into the old etymology of Uncle Sam.
Where does Uncle Sam come from? Like, you mean just the history of the figure, the character, and or his name?
Yeah.
Or like
Yeah, like who is Sam? Who is the Sam?
yeah.
We got
Okay,
producer Sam. Yeah.
we do have that.
Do
And
we
it's
start
called
calling
Uncle
him
Sam.
Uncle Sam?
Well, he is called Uncle Sam by his nieces and nephews, to be sure.
Maybe they might just call him like Sam or
They might have some other
Sam,
nickname.
or when they're wee babies, they might just say like Ma.
My
or
uncle,
something like that.
my uncle David, who was on a past
Friend of the
guest on
show.
this friend of the show. Several times he's been on. He's when we were younger, we called him Dunkle David.
Yeah. Yep. Dunkle Dan. That's a thing. We love those reduplicative
Yeah,
sounds, you know?
we do. Yeah,
Sam says, they call me Uncle Sam. That sounds like
there
a
we
movie
go.
title. They call me Uncle Sam. And he's like
Right,
holding
a
a
very
big gun or
patriotic
something like
fella.
that. Okay.
Okay, consider that noted for the etymological pass, and
hmm
onward and forward with the puzzle word
We're
21.
downward, I think, for 38
We got
down.
FA blank blank blank.
Colorful Coke brand.
Fanta.
Fanta. Fanta. Don't you wanna?
Don't you want a Fanta? You don't say, don't you want a Fanta? Do you?
Fair enough. Wanna
I guess
Fanta?
though, here in this country, how many people say, as their first
Fanta?
instinct, Fanta versus Fanta? Yeah,
I don't know. I think it depends on your first language,
it
probably.
does. I'm sure it does depend. Or you're, yeah, and well, what about? And so that number could be still pretty high. And but because there's a lot of people who just don't even talk about it, who don't even pronounce it because they
Yeah.
don't drink it.
And we don't talk about how we don't talk about it. So we should start. 39 down, AC blank, blank, blank.
That clue is end of Arthur Miller's The Crucible.
Like Act 4,
Or
like IV.
Yeah, that could be Act 4.
In which case, 48 across, true clue time,
Yes.
NT blank.
NT blank. I don't like this one.
It could be superlative degree.
NT blank. NTH, like abbreviated or something. I guess you say nth.
It's just nth. Nth. I don't think you
ENTH as the word.
No.
Okay. Nth to the nth degree. That is a really, really good answer. So much so that I think it might be the answer.
Well, let's see the true.
I didn't have anything to go actually, so I'd say
hypothetical degree.
Such a close.
I like superlative better. That has.
You still said degree. I think you should get like a half a point at least.
Okay, I'll take it. Keep track.
Please, yeah. Consider this me keeping track.
Okay, good.
And on now to, we've been here before, so let's skip forward to 45 down. I think that's a very attractive one. TH 45 down blank blank.
America Perona.
We already saw this one. Them. They
or them, but probably they.
They crown her good. They crown something. I think they refer somehow they is referring to a group in that song. There's an
America
the beautiful from
Grouchette her grace on
the and even Sam Garfield had said this in the thread.
True,
so
he said
so
praise to the sorry, Sam. What a waste of your genius.
Yeah. Okay. And we've been revealed as bad patriots, I think, at this point.
Yeah. Good band name though. Bad Patriot.
Yeah. Where are you? Are you on 50 down? Is that what you want to look at?
I mean, I am.
50, how about 56? Because it kind of looks like 18 across when I look at 50. Oh, but you're already, yeah.
Okay. I'm happy to do either. Let's do 56 across. Blank, 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 AVE.
So far it looks close to 16 across, which was behave, but we know it wouldn't fit that.
No, that wouldn't fit.
It doesn't look similar. So never mind. But the clue for that one, blank, 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 AVE.
Keep wearing.
Keep wearing.
Keep wearing. Like wearing clothing.
Yeah, but I bet this is
one of those opposites. Yeah.
Something have like off. Gave off.
Keep wearing.
Off. Keep wearing.
Off gave.
What about 52 across? That looks interesting with the blank blank TIE.
Jazz great Shaw. I want to say Artie
Shaw. Good for you.
I want to say it. Like I said it.
Okay.
It's said, but I don't know if it's right.
You landed on 54 across. Let's take a look. Blank blank ND blank blank blank.
Like an impromptu remark.
Offhand, so then it's hand off.
Hand off. I love it. Okay, 51 down, blank F blank.
That clue, Jets pass in it for short.
The NFL, the New York Jets.
Yeah, Jets
Fi
pass. Yeah,
59 across, blank L blank.
that clue. Well seasoned.
Old.
Old. Yeah,
Think about that
that's
for a
a very
second.
nice way of saying it. Okay, now we're down to what? 50 down. Blank FO blank blank blank.
I wish.
If only
If only. Okay. Well, now this must be engines, roadrunners,
Roadrunners
engines.
engines. Yeah, they
And then you
run.
got it. Bingo. You got
Oh,
it. Oh, not like you got
bingo.
it. Like I'll help you, but like
You
you
got it.
got it. You're right on.
Correctamundo.
If only. Okay.
You just say bingo. Should we look up
That's a
bingo? Should we look
bingo.
up in our
I
etymological
think we
pass?
ought.
We
Make a note.
ought. Consider this me making a note.
Okay, I consider that you making a note. 54 down, H followed by four blanks.
That clue, where Lear exclaims, "Blow winds and crack your cheeks."
Blow, but that's like a with a comma. Blow,
No,
comma, wins, comma, and crack your cheeks.
blow winds and crack your cheeks.
So he's
Blow
telling the winds to blow.
winds
Blow
and
winds
crack.
and crack your cheeks. Where does
Yeah,
he
and
say it?
crack your cheeks so hard. Yeah, where does he say it? He says it in where Lear. So it's not like Act 4 where we
No,
had that answer like what part of the story, what structure of piece,
it's
but
like
it's
geographically, where is he?
yes, and
Who
Lear
knows?
takes place in uh,
Scotland.
does it?
Ireland. No, I have no idea.
Okay, so what about 55 down?
Despite, oh, that's A followed by four blanks. And that
That
clue.
clue, yeah, despite the fact that informally of ALTHO.
Could
Well, is
be.
that kind of seems
That seems cheap.
that seems
I don't
bad.
want. I
Yeah,
don't want to take
I
that.
hope
But
I hope they haven't put us through all
yeah.
this just to get that in there.
But let's try 62 across. Blank blank maybe T. Blank 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 N.
And that clue is rehearsed to perfection.
Um, rehearsed to perfection, like has down or like
Yeah,
um
got down,
down pat pat
down,
down.
pat down, down pat. That's right, and that's a opposites attract one. So
Yep.
that's great. Now we're looking good with although, and then 63 down is D blank blank.
Bad mouth.
That's
Like
like
dis.
dis. 64 down O blank blank.
LGBT History Month.
Oh,
Must
blank
be
blank. Well, I
October.
wonder what month it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
and then you have 65 down W blank blank.
Mart start.
Wall.
Wall. WAL.
Marked start. So then 71 and 3 across are going to be gimmies here with blank blank HICAL.
Conforming to accepted values. Ethical.
Like ethical, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Blank blank OSTLY for 73 across.
that clue, Erie, EERIE, Erie, not like the
Ghostly.
canal. Yes. So now we have a true clue game opportunity here with
Potentially
down.
three.
Yes.
Two total.
Two at
Two-
least. Well,
two-
we already
two-
saw
two
it,
true
54
clues.
down.
Oh, well, why don't
know
we
it's a
fill
heath.
that
I
in
think you said
again?
it on a heath.
Where Lear
Lear
exclaims. Okay.
blow winds and crack your cheeks.
So now we have a true clue opportunity with 58 across blank
Yes.
EL and 58 down blank J.
Oh, dear.
Or did we see 58 across already?
I don't know. I'm looking now. Oh, no, I looked.
Oh, nope. I looked too.
I
Name of two
had
Spice Girls. Is that like gel
Mel.
then?
It's Mel.
Mel. Oh, it's an MPEG.
Yeah, JPEG. I had JPEG too at first, but
Yeah.
I was trying to think through.
I pegged you as a JPEG.
You're so sweet to do
Yeah.
that. Thank you, Daniel.
Yeah. Okay. 60 down D blank blank blank.
And that clue is tidy up in a way.
Tidy up
Dust.
in a way. Dust. Yeah, that's a nice way to tidy up. Shall we 67 down? Three blanks.
Okay. The clue is dog on a car. Sorry. Dog on a cat.
Mm-hmm. Dog on a cat.
Dog on a cat. That's not what you expect. Dog on a cat. Like dog. Like the verb dog.
Got me. I'm for moving on. 52 down. A followed by five blanks.
And that clue is lead dogs, alphas.
Alphas. Cool. 11
53
alpha.
down. Oh, yeah, 11 alpha.
R followed by five blanks. Split hairs again.
Rehash,
Rehash, recut, split hairs.
recomb,
Recomb. Sure, sure. But is that a pun then? Or are you literally splitting hair? Well, I guess
well,
splitting hairs is usually, like being nitpicky rather than actually
right.
cutting hair. So that's fair.
So
Should we
then I think
double?
56 across is, oh, well, okay.
Yeah. I wanted to just confirm it with 61 across. If
Yeah,
blank
yeah.
PC is right.
And that clue is mobile blank, mobile blank PC. I don't know. I don't
Mobile
know.
app,
Mobile app. Yeah. So
repart,
repart like you
like a
do.
part in your
Oh.
hair.
So now 56 across though is looking solved because we didn't know what it was before, but now it's O blank LEAVE,
Mm. So that's on leave, but
which
the
is flipped to
leave
leave
on.
on. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And
Here's another one that probably is you
yeah,
blank blank HA blank 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 excite as a crowd.
uh, up something, right?
Yeah. Up.
Up,
Uh. Excite as a crowd, like stir up or scare up or like shake up.
up,
Shakes. Ex-
shakes up. I don't know. What about
excite the
what about 57 down? NA blank blank blank.
blank cheese.
Nacho.
Nacho cheese.
Yeah.
Okay. Cheers up, chance up,
Yeah, up charts up
charts up.
chases.
So we see
What
it.
about 72 across? We don't know what
Oh yeah, we don't know. S blank HAR blank blank blank.
that clue. Some desert dwellers. Hmm. Saharans.
Saharans. Sure. Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Okay.
True Clue 67. Oh wait, well we
I
don't know
literally saw
about the
that one. Dog on a
P.
cat. Now
Oh,
74 across is T blank OST blank blank.
blank blank blank.
Sorry, I have like
Many country and western dances.
two
Uh,
steps.
two
Oh, say so.
steps.
Dog on a cat is
Paw?
paw.
Dog. Oh,
Dog
like dogs
on.
are like, oh, my dogs are barking. My feet
A
barking. So
dog.
a dog is like a foot, and a
Oh,
foot on a cat is a
that's that's
paw.
a that's a little bit that's fine. I mean,
It's yeah. It's like what was that other kind of iffy
we
one?
didn't like although.
Yeah. Although
I've never seen anyone spell that, even like the
no.
laziest person in the world. Although that could be because autocorrect doesn't really need you don't. It would just do it maybe for
Yeah.
you or something.
Maybe. Yeah.
I think maybe in the past that's like a relic thing from free computer autocomplete days or something.
Well, now we have three True Clue options. Three True Clue
Yes.
opportunities.
At the bottom right hand corner here is blank AE for 68 down, blank NP for 69 down, and
Six,
are
I
we
just
going to
got a ticket.
69?
I'm taking the train to 69 Town.
That's that was a slip of I didn't mean to say that, but it was
Yeah,
fun. It was
I
fun to say.
mine you slip. Okay, here we
So
slip.
then we have 70 down, which is blank SS. That's three
Yeah,
opportunities to play this game we like to play, which we've kind of run over and not done very much this time around. But now we're doing it. So
yeah.
blank AE for 68 down. What kind of clue, Daniel, would you think could
For
get
blank
us
AE,
fill that? Blank AE.
I think we're gonna be looking at a blank bow. Billy Blanks' martial arts workout. Tech
Tybo.
Tybo.
TAE.
Yeah,
Okay. I thought that was
Tybo.
TAI.
You're wrong.
I'm wrong, and I don't. I'm glad to know. Now, what we have is my opportunity here, and I'm gonna say that the clue could be something like
Blank AE.
um, Norma blank.
Ray. That's a good one. That could
Oh,
be.
thank you.
But the true
Saying that.
clue for Fit 68 Down is Emmy
Emmy
nominated.
nominated Issa.
That's
And I
Ray. So
still get a point, or maybe
you
half
still
a
get a
point.
point, but
Okay.
you don't get as many.
Not as many, and
Not as
that's
many.
fair. Now we have
Okay.
UPCHAR blank blank for that, and it's we also know it's an opposites attract answer, so it's up up
Something up.
charms up. Okay,
Excite as a crowd. Huh. I wonder if something is
okay.
off here, but let's
What about 60? So now we're going to do our true clue
true
game for
clue.
69 down,
Yeah.
and that's right now we have blank N.
Again, 69 down, not 69
Oh, we're not
town.
going to 69 town. No,
Not tonight.
that's not within the scope of this
Show.
episode.
Well, yeah, maybe it is within the
NP.
show. Yeah. Blank NP.
Do you have
That could
anything for that?
be.
Because I'm drawing a dud like blank NP. I'm like going through the whole alphabet.
Yeah. It could be.
Maybe Saharans is wrong. Like that was something like people who live in the desert dwellers.
Desert dwellers. I like it. Well, let's do 70 down then. Blank SS.
Easy.
That could be
Blank Enterprise.
naval. Oh, yeah. Blank Enterprise. USS Enterprise. It could be.
Place.
Yeah. It could be a naval designation for ships abbreviated.
Yeah. And that USS.
USS.
Where does that come from?
Good question. Well,
United States.
Yeah, something. End of days. Oh, yeah. I don't know about Saharans.
ESS. End of days.
Yeah, the letter S.
The
okay.
letter S is
so
the last
E.
thing, yeah. So up.
Charge up.
UP,
Upcharge.
Upcharge.
GNP. Economic figure.
GNP,
Gross
gross
national
product.
Ew.
I didn't think about G very carefully, I guess. GNP. I was trying to think of something with the national parks. I kept on, but then.
Okay,
now
well,
all we have left is the top right hand corner.
Yeah, we ought to 13 down, 4 blanks followed by a Y.
That clue, entering after the bell. Tardy.
14 down, 4 blanks followed by an S.
Food items originally called froffles.
FROFFLES. Have you ever heard that? I've never heard that.
Capital F, like it's like a brand. It's like
yeah.
No, I've never heard of a froffle. I'm thinking it's a waffle.
French toast
with the
French waffle. Maybe
froffle. Yeah, it's tough. Cinnamon toast crunch or something, right? Like
maybe a cereal. 23 across. D blank blank.
Mob man.
Like the mob.
Yeah. Mob man. What's it called? Someone who kind of is an underling of
Well, there's like a capos or like their captains,
right,
and then like you got a maid man. Okay.
Could it be something other than that mob? Like no, I can't think of any.
Let's we got only 5 minutes left, so we're gonna move along. 10 down, 3 blanks.
That clue.
Clue.
Director Justin of the Fast and the Furious franchise.
Yeah. LIN, Justin Lin.
Yes.
11 down, blank, blank, blank.
Wait, there's more in quotes there.
Wait, there's more. Hey. Wait, there's more. Okay, 12 down, blank, blank, blank.
That clue. Prop used for kickoffs.
Is that like a tee, like in golf? What do they call it? They put the little ball
like
on.
TEE.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. I think
let's see. Well, now 9 across. Blank L, blank TT, blank blank.
Raise. RAZE.
Like
raise.
Like that's like to like chop down or like to
flatten.
Flatten, David. Nice. 17 across. Blank I, blank EA, blank blank.
Family tree.
That's lineage.
Nice.
I missed the N somehow out there.
Yeah, flu bug feels like
Yeah,
it's a
Fluebug's
sure
looking good
thing
now.
there. Now we have UN blank ER blank blank for 19 across.
Well, I haven't looked at 11 down yet.
Oh
AN
dear me, I
blank.
haven't either. Let's not look. AN blank true clue game opportunity here. What kind of clue, Daniel, do you got in mind to solve?
Maybe just see a symbol known as the
Oh,
ampersand.
ampersand. And that sounds right.
And
And yeah, that
yeah,
sounds pretty
and
good.
yeah.
Yeah, because I'm looking at that word in 19 across. It looks like it's going to be under in that case.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna say I'm just gonna give it to you right off the bat. No, you did such a good job
Oh,
with.
we already saw this.
Wait, there's more. And yeah,
And
the word is and now it's
mm,
19 across again is UNDER blank blank,
fail. Go
and it's
under,
gonna be
undergo.
go under go. Yeah,
Okay.
go under.
Oh, food
Oh,
items originally
Eggos.
called froffles is Eggos, like Eggo waffles.
And I
And
eat Eggos. I mean, I eat sometimes I eat Eggos every day.
yeah, wait. Sometimes I eat them every day. Okay.
I
Uh,
mean, they're always being eaten at the table, the breakfast
oh, how
table,
about that? That's fun.
and I never lived this life. Never had many Eggos in my life, but
Oh,
I like them. There's always scraps. There's little
does
scraps for me to
Chantel
eat.
ever, like try and take a little bite and you go, hey,
No, no,
Lego my Eggo?
I haven't thought about that. No, thanks for bringing that up because I haven't.
Please do. And then say, hey, Daniel told me to do it.
It's not it's not Chantel that's eating them, and it's not me eating them. It's Beckett eating them, and then it's us eating the scraps, or me
Okay.
usually eating the scraps.
Right. Yeah.
And
Playing
so he
cleanup.
could be the one to say Lego
Dad
my
duty.
ego to me maybe.
Well, fair enough. If he ever grabs your scraps, please
Right.
say, hey,
Lego my
Beckett,
ego.
Lego my Eggo.
Because what could you say with froffle? Like get off. You're awful eating my froffle or something.
Yeah. Yeah. This froffle ain't awful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are there eggs in as the main ingredient in Eggos? Is that how they kind of
Maybe.
had
Maybe
that
that's what
name?
makes them. Maybe Eggos are French waffles, which are like French toast, which is like eggy waffles, froffles.
Do you
Let's
think
look
we
it up.
should look it
We
up when it
should
comes time?
look
Yeah,
up
consider this me
Eggos and
taking
froffles.
a mental note of that to look up, and we're going to
And now
verify this whole froffle thing.
we have two true clues to remaining. I'm not looking. I haven't looked.
Okay, I'm not either, and I think I know what
15
it is because
down.
I do know we saw
Yeah.
23 across already. We saw that clue
Oh,
about the mob, and so I think it's like
oh, Mob Man. Yeah.
I don't
And
think
so,
this could have been
how would
anything
you clue
else.
15 down? NEO blank
Yeah, sign gas.
neon, or it could be a common sign in Vegas, some kind of Vegas clue.
Oh,
You know.
neon.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
The true clue is it may glow in the dark.
it
Neon.
may glow in the dark. If yeah. So
There we
2
go.
minutes faster than your average. You do these
Mhm.
all the time, so like that's interesting. You have a pretty your average is well, it's distorted because you do it with groups. Sometimes you do it with
Mhm.
you and I do it,
Yeah,
and
I like doing it with groups and I like doing it on my own and I like doing it with you. And we all average out. And this was just a little bit faster, David.
yeah,
But it's not a race. I
uh-huh.
mean, it's kind of a race, but
We
it's
do try to get it in
it's
45
more
minutes,
of
but
a
that's yeah,
cap than a race.
yeah,
So,
right, right.
all right. Well, congratulations. Thanks for helping me earn another yellow star, a gold star,
Happy
maybe.
to. It wasn't so challenging. We never really got like super
No,
stuck.
I never felt stumped. I will say, man, I was doing one from August, August 23rd, and I found it to be the most, and it was a Thursday,
Uh huh.
perplexing. And even when it was done, I had to look it up, and then I was like, oh, that's dumb.
Uh,
I just wasn't impressed with the thing. The theme,
yeah,
was
right,
too
right. It makes it
tenuous.
different. Yeah, it is. There's good and there's good and there's bad. Or I'd say there's
Mm,
good, there's great and there's less great. Or I think they're all fun, but sometimes you cringe at there's inelegant things being squeezed in, and you think, "Ah, okay,
yeah.
I guess you have to run into these eventually."
Well, let's do any little EP here, shall we?
Yeah.
Let's look up Etum online here and feed me a word we were going to look up.
Yeah, well, let's just start with ego because that's like top of mind.
Oh, I don't think that'll be in there, so we may have to go to like Wiki.
No, you're right about that. I know it.
Wikipedia here we got um Eggo, brand of frozen waffles. Owned by Kellanova, formerly the Kellogg Company, sold in North America, several varieties available, yada yada. Other than waffles, Eggo also produces a selection of pancakes, French toast, and egg and cheese breakfast sandwiches. Okay, so
Yeah, is it made out of egg?
they were invented by Frank Dorsa in 1953. Process of freezing waffles. They could be frozen, cooked, and packaged. Eggo potato chips, Eggo syrups.
What?
Um,
Oh, so they're kind of sweet potato chips.
oh, maybe. I mean, who knows if they're still around. Um, wow, that's fun. Look, in due to the similarity between the contraction Lego from their
Mm,
advertising campaign and
yeah.
Lego, the little toys, in the later 2000s, Kellogg's collaborated with the Lego Group to produce Eggo shaped Lego bricks.
Eggo waffles shaped like Lego bricks. Did you ever eat
Okay.
those?
No.
No.
Well, no, you don't eat Legos,
Eggo
David.
waffles
Yeah.
shaped like
Oh, did I
bricks.
ever eat Lego Eggos? Eggo.
Yeah.
I've never been huge on the Eggos. They're fine. I don't see where the egg.
It
Oh,
doesn't talk about eggs
doesn't.
in the.
But maybe,
I'll check the
maybe.
box. I'll
Oh,
get
oh,
back to you in our return report. How about that?
okay. We could also see
Eggo
what kind of
ingredients. Yeah.
what they say on their website. Maybe
I
their
guess
FAQ.
you're
Where can
right.
I buy? Can Eggo? Can Eggo?
It doesn't talk
Um,
about Froffle on the Wikipedia page. That's one thing that's missing.
Mm, when were Eggo waffles invented? The story of how Eggo. Okay, our story page. Here we go. Here we go. Our story. 1935, San Jose, California. Frank Dorset and his brothers used their mother's kitchen to create what would later become an internationally beloved brand. Frank had a passion for finding ways to make things easier for people. Yada yada. Opportunities, frozen egg waffles. Okay. Eggos became the family. Nothing about
Nothing
froffles
about the
here.
Froffle. Yeah, it doesn't
Yeah.
feel good.
Okay, we're gonna maybe we
But
just
this
have
is
to
a
Google
whitewashed history. I have
froffle.
to say that.
Interestingfacts.com. Egg waffles were originally called froffles. Okay, neat. Glad somebody making a crossword puzzle was like, oh my god, how do I
Well,
deal with this two spaces before OFFLE? All right, what else, David?
let's just while we're at Google, just ask if eggs are in the ingredients.
Okay, how about Eggo ingredients?
Yeah,
What do we got? What do we got? Okay, Eggo waffles ingredients. We've got enriched flour, water,
eggs. Yeah,
oil.
all the way down, all the way
Yeah, there
down.
you go. But
Whey,
like
eggs, soy.
they
It's the second to
definitely
last
don't
thing.
taste like eggy. I wouldn't my impression here that is that froffle is not a French waffle.
Yeah, but
Nobody
it's frozen.
nothing.
It's a frozen waffle.
Yeah, it's frozen.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay, David, what else?
We wanted to look up epigram.
Mm, epigram
Yeah.
per. You want to read this one?
Yeah. Epigram. Also, so this is Edom Online that we're reading from here. Epigram noun. Also, epigram spelled with an M-E at the end. Short poem or verse which has only one subject and finishes by a witty or ingenious turn of thought. Mid 15th century from Old French, epigram from Latin epigramma, an inscription from Greek epigramma, inscription, especially in verse on a tomb, public monument, etc. A written estimate from epigraphine, to write on, inscribe. See epigraph. The term was afterward extended to any little piece of verse expressing with precision a delicate or ingenious thought. It's a little nugget of, but the ingenious turn of thought at the end, I didn't see that coming exactly. So it's like a little riddle maybe, or
Well, I'm kind of
like a
curious, like epigraph versus
oh, that's
epigram.
good. Yeah, we're narrowing down on the
Okay.
meaning of the two words now.
Here on the grammarist.com, they've got the website. It must be right. An epigram is a concise, clever saying, a short, witty poem. An epigraph is a motto or quotation at the beginning of a literary composition or an inscription on a statue or building. An epigram can be an epigraph, but the two are far from interchangeable. Okay, so
Yeah, yeah. And
the
I think we
graph
were,
is the graph
yeah,
is more inscribed, and an
right.
epigram can just be a clever little saying.
Yeah,
I
it's
could just
saying
I could
or
just
a
give
short
you an
witty poem.
epigram
Yeah,
right
clever little
now.
saying, like a quote. A quote. Most people would say
Yeah.
a little quote or a yeah. You have one ready for me?
No,
Okay,
but
that's
I
fine. Don't
was I
feel like
was
you
I
need to.
was and yeah, no, I don't
How
have
about
one.
this one? An example on the page if you scroll down. Luxury is the ease of a t-shirt in a very expensive dress.
That's
Yeah.
Carl's Twitter wisdom. Okay.
I
If in
didn't find that one to be
no.
so clever.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's fine. I'm satisfied.
Okay, we're moving on. Epigram. We know what it is now, and we looked up a little bit of its
Hmm.
history. What about you? Wanted to look up sera from the plural of serum. Isn't that
Yeah.
right?
Syrah, or maybe I'll just look up serum. There we go. 1670s watery animal fluid. Huh. Especially the clear pale yellow liquid which separates in coagulation of blood in wounds, etc. From Latin serum, watery fluid. Way. This is held from Proto-European sero, flowing liquid from verbal root ser, to run, flow. Also of the Greek oros, way, watery parts of curdled milk. Sanskrit sara, flowing liquids, sarit, brook, river. The word was applied by 1893 to blood serum used in medical treatments. Okay, so you don't see that. I was hoping they would give us some other words that might be like connected there, but doesn't seem that there are too many. Although samsara, that's interesting. Samsara is the endless cycle of death and rebirth, the
Oh,
transmigration of souls in Sanskrit.
so
I think
it
of that
comes
as
from Sam, prefix denoting completeness,
mm,
and sar to run, and then sr to flow. Oh, flow, and that's what the liquid flows.
mm-hmm.
So samsara is flowing
So
to
serum
completeness or something like that.
important to it, crucial to its serumnity uh, is its flowiness,
Mm.
liquid flowiness. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Or at least etymologically speaking, that's where it comes from. But now I feel like we associate it with this doesn't get at it here, but I would think we associate it culturally with some kind of medicinal restorative property, you
Yeah,
know.
and kind of old fashioned because I'd say like truth serum is the only usage that I
Sure, a kind of an antiquated. We don't talk about you don't go to the pharmacy and get serums,
right.
right?
Sira.
Or yeah, Syrah, David, Michael, Syrah. So Sarah, let's move on. Dot
Oh,
com.
do we want to look up
.org.
Brasilia? Was that something? I don't. Maybe we didn't really want to look that one up. What about
Oh, just a little map of Brazil.
yeah?
A map of
And we'll
Brazil.
talk
Why
about it.
not? Yeah.
We talked about Brasilia being inland, Rio being coastal, and the direction was south by southeast. Um,
Yeah. Rio is not appearing on
it's
this map.
yeah,
Brasilia's dead kind of center.
yeah, Rio's just above Sao Paulo. There, you had it for a second. Yeah, just
Oh, okay.
there you go. Yeah, and then Brasilia is yep up
South
inland.
southeast. Dope. Okay. What next?
Okay, well, I'm glad we wanted to look up the history of Uncle Sam.
Oh,
And
Uncle.
what does that all come from? Who is Sam? Where did he come from?
Well,
And
Time.com,
oh, Time Magazine.
Time
Yeah,
Magazine.
yeah.
Would you rather I Wikipedia? The same, all the samesies to
I
you.
don't. No, no. I'm
Okay.
happy with whatever you got.
Okay, so World War One produced one of the most memorable images in American history, the U.S. Army recruiting poster that depicts a commanding Uncle Sam pointing his finger at the viewer and urging young men to enlist in the war effort. Painted by noted U.S. illustrator James Montgomery Flagg with two G's, the image first appeared on the cover of the July 6, 1916 issue of Leslie's Weekly magazine with the title, "What Are You Doing for Preparedness?" The U.S. would not declare war on Germany until April the next year, but the storm signals were clear. The image was later adapted by the U.S. Army for the poster with the new unforgettable call to action. I want you, I assume is what they're talking about. There it is. Oh, that doesn't even look like our Uncle Sam. He's got a dark mustache.
Yeah, Lord
Okay.
Kitchener wants you
Oh,
was
that's
a
a British
British World War
one.
recruitment
Yeah.
poster, and he
I
has a big
guess
old
Uncle
mustache.
Sam isn't the only dude that wants people. They've
A lot of
got an
people are
uncle,
pointing at
Lord
you. Yeah,
Kitchener.
there's an
Okay.
emoji now that is that finger pointing at you. Have you seen that? The It's a pretty cool emoji. They're
That's
coming
cool.
out with great ones.
Okay, well, what if we then go to Wiki? Let's try Wiki now, real quick.
Yeah, let's see. Check it out. See what we get from a different
Yeah,
source.
Uncle Sam.
Personification of the United States.
Go ahead.
Well, here we go. Is a common national personification of the federal government of the United States or the country in general. Since the early 19th century, Uncle Sam has been a popular symbol of the U.S. government in American culture and a manifestation of patriotic emotion. Uncle Sam has also developed notoriety for his appearance in military propaganda, popularized by a famous 1917 World War I recruiting poster by J.M. Flagg pointing at you. I want you for a U.S. Army. Okay, so that's 1917. But according to legend, the character came into use during the War of 1812 and may have been named from Samuel Wilson. The actual origin is obscure. The first reference to Uncle Sam in formal literature, as distinct from newspapers, was in 1816 allegorical book, The Adventures of Uncle Sam in Search After His Lost Honor, 1816. So
Hmm.
19, yeah, that's like 100 years before the poster of Uncle Sam.
Yeah, and this was a thing that I didn't get until I was, I didn't really think about till I was older. That Columbia, like as in the District of Columbia,
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
D.C., is for Columbia, who is I think, a Greek god, or let's see, also known as Miss Columbia, is a female national personification of the United States. Is a historical name applied to the Americas. Um, but they,
It says Columbia is a Neo-Latin toponym in use since the 1730s with reference to the 13 colonies. It originated from the name of the Genoese explorer Christopher Columbus and from the Latin ending in
oh,
"ia,"
that's what it
common in the
is. Yeah,
Latin
yeah,
name of
yeah.
countries. So it's just named after Columbus. And in the 1730s, they were just referring kind of, and you see them on. I think
They're like, they're
buildings
like, it's
have
if it
Columbia
is
statues.
as if David, you did a bunch of discovery, and then we were like, hey, remember there should be like a god like Davidia.
Yeah,
And then we were like, yeah, now there's this like cool lady goddess, Davidia, and then there would be like a district of Davidia. Yeah.
yeah, and I think that's about right. Yeah,
Yeah. Feels about right.
they did that, but it was also who knows? I mean, if it was I don't know. They were kind of constructing a national identity, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they were and having a kind of mascot figure that they can put. Yeah, they have them all over on national buildings. You'll see a statue of her. Well, in the uh,
But it certainly hasn't persisted. We do not, as a national culture now, think of Columbia as our
No, we don't. No, we don't. No
national.
one. No one says. People say Uncle Sam. They'll talk about, oh, Uncle Sam. I have to pay as like a burden, like a tax burden or something like that. Right. I'm trying to
Yeah.
think of other ways people talk about Uncle Sam these days, but they don't talk about Colombia. You're right.
Yeah.
I think when people talk about Colombia right now, they think of the country, perhaps, but there are features like the District of Columbia, and I think that comes from the same thing as that, and it's from the same people who had that concept in their mind. This is way before Uncle Sam existed.
Yeah.
100,
All right. Well,
90 years before, or whatever.
anything else from the Puzz we want to dig into?
Yeah, there were, I don't know, a couple things. Maybe do we want to look up nth? Did you mark that?
I didn't mark nth, but
Okay.
let's look up nth on atom. You
Yeah, why
think?
that letter? I guess why nth?
Well, by 1717 in algebra textbooks, in phrase to the nth, a mathematical term indicating an indefinite number, in which n is an abbreviation for whole number. Number. It's like the numberth. Just big. It's just like numberth. It's like the nth degree.
Numberth, n. Yeah, it's a indefinite number nth. Okay,
Yeah.
because but you don't hear people referring to n alone. They don't say, "Oh, I have n. Oh, I've got n textbooks in my. I gotta buy tonight," which means like I've got this indefinite number. But they do say to the nth. It's like an ordinal, but they never refer to just n. I feel like.
Well, but I think of it as like nth, the nth degree is like the utmost, is the highest degree.
Yeah,
And it seems like it's because nth is indicating an indefinite number, which is sort of saying like it could be anything.
yeah.
It could be the greatest.
Yeah, but to the end, it does also just feel like it. The answer isn't certain. You're not certain what it's. It's however long it is, however many is nth. It's the indefiniteness
Well,
to
according
the
to
utmost, to the nth degree.
Oxford, yeah, it is the utmost, which is interesting because the atom doesn't seem to give us any kind of linkage to that sort of
Well,
utmostness of it. It's just sort of saying like, oh yeah, this was just used as an indefinite
yeah,
number.
but that's the phrase to the nth degree. I feel like that's a thing by itself. But if you just were to look up nth in the dictionary, instead of Edom online, like you had Google do just a second ago with in the to the nth degree.
You want me to just look up
Yeah,
nth?
nth. Yeah, denoting an unspecified member of a series of numbers, and it doesn't mean the most or utmost. It means
Sure, yeah,
it's
just nth degree
unspecified.
does,
Yeah.
yeah. But why
For
would
the
it
nth
wouldn't
time that
necessarily?
day, they were forced to relate the whole story. So it was like there were so many that it was numerous, but they didn't have it. They didn't have a count. But then
Yeah, that I
also,
feel like
yeah,
that's like the other time you do kind of hear it for the nth time. That's
right.
the other nth degree and the nth time. Those feel like the most common usages of that. And even though the nth time doesn't have, it's like, it's not necessarily saying for the most. It is saying like for the oh so manyth time that day they had to do it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I say we've delved the depths of our
Uh huh.
our Edom. Do we have any other I am curious where CAPTCHA comes from, so I maybe
Oh, yeah, it's
just
just
wanna.
capture. It's but I'm sure there's more of a story behind it, but I think it's supposed to be like they're capturing your humanity, right? Like
Mm, okay, well, I'll. We don't
yeah,
have to dive.
look it
Yeah,
up, Daniel.
the term was coined by in 2003. Contrived acronym: completely automated public Turing tests.
What?
CAPTCHA to tell computers and humans apart. CAPTCHA. That's kind of fun, actually. Completely automated public Turing test to tell computers and humans apart.
That's fun. I've never heard of that
That's like
test
wild that
before.
it's CAPTCHA that's stayed on. I mean, it's a great word. Nobody else is. There's nothing like it. CAPTCHA.
It was, yeah, just sitting around waiting
Bunch
to
of
be
sounds
invented.
way that you
Yeah.
could definitely put together. CAPTCHA. Okay, David, I say we shuffle
Yeah,
on.
let's close this segment. Goodbye, etymological pass. It was nice to get through you.
Hmm.
And we all know that we've arrived at the concluding segment of the program in which we discuss some art. This is the art section.
But now I have a musical interlude.
Oh, of course, this is the intro.
There we go. Oh, shit.
Welcome to the art section, Daniel. It's good to be here with you
For the nth time.
for the nth time. Actually, it's like the 84th, fifth, sixth,
It
something.
might be our episode was I think our last one was oh
Oh,
search
lost it.
oh
Be
lost it
listening
there.
back to the to
Seven,
2022.
no, not 71. We have 83. So this is our 84th
Yes.
published to be
Released, published.
published. Yeah, we
Yeah.
have a bunch of unpublished episodes for
Oh,
some
that
reason.
that trove.
Well, David, shall I go first? I feel
If you'd
like
like to, yeah,
I,
you're welcome to, please.
I think I will. And I'm gonna talk about a series here, which is delightful and kind of surprisingly wrenching at times, but tender and queer.
I can't wait.
And
These are fun adjectives,
yeah, our
and now you're spelling
flag
it out. Oh, means death.
means death. Have you seen this series?
I have not. I know that it's from the creators of they're the New Zealand folks,
Yeah,
right?
it's from New Zealand. It's an HBO series created by uh, um, by the one and only Taika Waititi. He stars in the show along with Rice Darby,
Ah,
of probably most notably of the Flight of the Conchords. If you've seen the Flight of the Conchords, he's Murray, the band manager. He's been in other stuff, but nothing. No, he's had few starring roles, and this, in fact, I would say that maybe this is
go to his recent chronology though instead of the known for. See what yeah. So scroll slowly back through. I remember him in Jumanji. He's a
he's
funny
a little
recurring
funny
NPC
role.
character in
Mhm.
that.
Our
Um,
flag means death.
yeah, and now keep going because
Um,
I feel like I've seen him in a bunch of things, or has heard his voice. Maybe it's in Bob's Burgers. Not that I watch a lot of that. I don't know. Do
yeah,
you recognize?
nothing that I recognize here
Okay,
as
some
like
animated
stuff
voice
that
work.
has made it into the mainstream where
Okay.
he is a leading role. So this is kind of his breakthrough as as a leading role. You
Yeah.
said you haven't seen any of this. That is that right?
No, I
Okay.
haven't. No, I've
Okay.
heard, but I have the word out there is that it's a good show that is
Yeah,
worth
two
watching.
seasons thus
Uh-huh.
far. Although I honestly don't know. I feel like two seasons might have been it. I haven't dug into what's coming, if there's more. I'm only seeing two seasons listed, and it's already 2024. If they had another season, I think they would show it. So I think the series is concluded. Could look it up, not going to. Joel Fry, we got lots of great character actors on here,
Hmm.
but the main thing, just to spoil only just a little bit, is that this show is, it takes its time. You have to kind of get several episodes in to kind of get to the point where you start to see what the show is doing, which is, have you ever seen Norseman? Did you ever see that?
Norseman, the movie,
No,
or
a
the
TV
Northman?
show.
No, Norseman. I don't think I've seen that.
Norsemen. The Norseman. I
The
think that's what it.
Norseman,
Oh, maybe that's not what it's called here.
the Norseman,
Maybe it is Northmen.
Northman, the movie.
No, a TV show.
Okay, sorry, maybe you already
uh,
said that twice.
I think
Uh,
it is Norsemen.
we'll find it. I'm sure. Norseman, not the Dennis Quaid
No.
movie. Okay, Norse.
I can find it here. It's a
Who's in?
series where oh
Oh,
nobody we'd
okay.
know. They filmed the series. Let's see, Norsemen series.
Oh, there you found it.
Norseman. Yeah, there we
Norseman,
go.
2016. Norseman.
Okay, so they're showing it here. So this series, they're showing it as Vikingane
Oh,
or Vi.
right.
So they filmed this series in English and in Norwegian,
Wow.
and like they filmed all the scenes. As far as I understand, I could be talking about.
Yeah, I've heard of them this
Out of,
production style before where they do that. But and then they have different
um,
titles.
and then they have an English version of them speaking with English,
Yeah,
scripts,
right.
but with their Norwegian accents,
Right, right.
and they are depicting Viking culture, but then with like modern sensibilities. So this little scene preview we see here in Norseman is like they like depict that thing where like old people have to jump off a cliff, and then the rest of the old people are like, well, what if we just run away and you tell people that we jumped off the cliff? Is that important? So it's putting modern sensibilities in the context of you know a world where people had slaves, did conquering, raping, pillaging, like all of these things, but somehow people are still, talking about the, like they're viewing their relationships through modern sensibilities of like how can we make this relationship stronger, and how can we grow and overcome like these modern psychology and things like that. So that's Viking Gun, aka Norseman, on
Yeah.
Netflix.
Okay. How does
And
that relate to our flag means death? I'm curious as
same
to
thing. It's basically doing a similar thing with Viking or with pirate
pirates.
culture, but putting modern sensibilities and relationship dynamics in the world of pirates. I will say this is probably one of the few shows that has so many of its central characters in queer dynamics, queer relationships.
Uh-huh.
Um, and it takes a minute to get there, but it's this beautiful love story between a gentleman pirate, Rice Darby, and like a seasoned pirate killer, Blackbeard, played by Taika
Taika
Waititi.
Waititi, and
Yeah.
he's kind of like more of a Captain Jack Sparrow style.
Yep. That's kind of the vibe, but it's cute. It definitely and it took me a few episodes to sort of see how tender like it was, but it really
Mm.
is just kind of like this like um funny uh 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 like very tongue in cheek, but then at the same time like not shying away from these like really graphic moments, as well as like I think they embody a lot of the like the feelings of modern angst and woe in relationships and how
Mm-hmm.
they play out, and then put them in the hands of like put these experiences through the lens of like, well, how would a pirate act out if they were feeling heartbroken? It's like, well, they'd probably murder a bunch of people, these kinds of moments and
Okay.
things.
Yeah. It's kind
Any
of I they also did that What We Did in the Shadows movie and series, right? And it seems like it's some of the same production people maybe and
Well, Taika
it,
Waititi, at least. I don't know about the rest of the series. Was created by David Jenkins, and he doesn't seem to be connected to
I see.
What We Do in the Shadows, but
Okay.
Taika Waititi is. So Taika Waititi is a in the series. He gets credit for starring,
Uh-huh.
but not writing. He doesn't get a creator credit. He's directed,
Uh-huh.
but
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, because it kind of sounds like the sensibility of
It
what we
very
do in
much
the
so.
shadows is
It's
like,
not a mockumentary style.
right,
It's
okay,
just a
yeah,
narrative,
that's a good
drama.
point of clarification.
But beautiful series, definitely recommend. And that's it.
Great to know. Really, kind of a twofer.
Yeah, that plus Norseman I
Norseman,
recommend
yeah,
as well.
okay. And do you watch that in English or
In
in
English, I don't even know if Netflix in America streams the
oh, the other version?
Norwegian version,
Interesting.
but maybe they do through Norway, and you can put on English subtitles. Maybe I'll check it out.
But yeah, that would be fun. Or English dubbing. That'd be funny. That's ridiculous. Why would you do that? Oh, Fred Armisen's in that Our Flag
Oh
Means.
yeah, lots of great cameos.
Mm.
Um, you got a few Game of Thronesers on here.
Oh, Game of
Hodor
Thronesers,
here,
Hodor.
Christian Nairn.
I see there.
Here's another Joel Fry, small role in Game of Thrones. You may
Oh, yeah, maybe.
recall. He's great. Also, quick honorable mention, he was in this series. The Did I ever talk about this one on the show? Uh, uh
Let's see, Requiem. No,
no.
no.
He wears Plebes.
Plebes.
Highly recommend this series. It's very much of the vein of this. It's like, let's take normal people, let's take Seinfeld and put them in ancient Rome.
Okay.
And yeah,
Fun. Plebes. Oh, that's not the first time I've heard of it, so that's fun to
do
have it
recommend.
come from a different angle here. Oh, Nat Faxon, recognize him. Ewan
He's fun.
Bremner,
Yeah.
recognize him. Oh, Rory Kinnear, one of the greatest actors of all time.
Oh wow, yeah.
Don't you think?
Can't. Yeah, no, can't say that. But I won't say.
Well, I gotta say,
I'm not going to make a strong argument
I'm a big
against.
fan.
I'm just going to say no, I can't say that. No, strong cast, lots of funny people.
Yeah, I'm seeing. You're scrolling through Nick Kroll.
Uh-huh.
There we go.
Kristen Shaw.
Oh, great name.
Mm-hmm. Good stuff. Okay, David, I believe it's your turn to bring us home
Yes.
with your recommendation.
That's right. I have a recommendation, and it's in the form of a podcast series.
Okay.
So we're gonna have to switch to a different app on your
Podcast
iPad.
app.
It's the podcast app. You'll find it if you search for a show called Conversations with Tyler. Do you know this program?
Nope.
Which is funny. I know a couple. I listened to a couple podcasts called Conversations with Blank. So I don't know where the title. That I'm sure it's an obvious title to come up with it some way. But anyway, it's from a guy named Tyler Cowen. He engages today's deepest thinkers in wide-ranging explorations of their work, the world, and everything in between. New conversations every other Wednesday. Subscribe wherever you get your podcasts. That's from the Mercatus Center podcasts description. I just read that. That wasn't me talking about it. So that gives you a sense of it. But he has he's kind of like maybe he's an economist. Tyler Cowen is the host. He's a big character on it too. Like, I mean, a big character. He's very serious, and he's a very diligent question asker. And it seems like I've never really heard of a guest be so well prepared to interview a variety of people who he hosts. And they're long episodes, and I mean, there's lots of good ones, but if you scroll down, you'll see people you recognize, because at some point he really gets big names, and which is I'd say, yeah, he's very inquisitive. I think he has a team that does a lot of research, and the questions are so well built out. They're and the questions are often very pertinent to the person's expertise level, and sometimes it's he's also really good when he asks questions, and it seems like he's in a vein of a question, and then he'll totally turn right and ask a question in a totally different subject, and he takes these right turns all the time. But you see people like Noam Chomsky or Reid Hoffman or Noam Dworman. These are a few different people named Noam, and Peter Singer I don't know. These are in one area I want to Tom Holland, who's the host of another podcast that I listen to called um,
Not to be confused with the actor Tom Holland of
right.
Spider-Man. This is Tom Holland, a historian.
Yeah, yeah, history. I can't remember the name of the program, but Rick Rubin. Anyway, all these people who are experts in their fields. That's the intro music.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
Yeah, Callan Wet.
so in some ways, I recommend it because you're never gonna listen to a better investigated interviewer, and I think it's a great it's a great podcast. He has a great all the episodes are up there, and you can just listen to them all. The one thing I'll say is that I did go back and listen to I listened to the one he did with Sam Bankman Fried, which is right
Mm-hmm.
there,
Mm-hmm.
episode, I don't know the number, but from March 9th, 2022. And this is before the scandal and the outing and the failure of his exchange and that whole uh to me if you go back and listen to it, it feels like you're like what am I doing listening to this podcast where this guy wasn't able, even the best questioner of all these this really great podcaster can't even peel back this onion to see that it's no good, like, or maybe he did and he didn't reveal it, but it seems like I was a little disappointed maybe. So I really like this podcast in general. I think it is a way to get to know the guests on the program, but also realize that there's limitations to how well how pure the information is that you're getting. It's still there's limits. It's just limits, and you shouldn't trust any of this stuff too much.
But you maybe trust him a little more than Joe Rogan.
Yeah, well, I would just say just like don't remember not to use these things as like a proof of someone's character. If they are an expert in something, it's still very useful to hear someone describe their expertise and to learn from them. That is still something worthwhile. But don't run away with your adoration for this kind of the
Oh, I
platform
won't.
or the method of learning. I'd
I
say.
keep my adoration well
Okay.
in reined, reined in.
You've been scanning through this you're back to 2021 now, any names that have been like, oh, I would listen to that, or is it all pretty, or any subject matters, because sometimes you won't know the name
Mm-hmm.
at all because the expert is some scholar who lives in a library somewhere all the time.
There's definitely names that I recognize and ones that would be interesting. I would say, ooh, Annie Duke. Yeah, we had her when I produced the workplace
Oh,
podcast.
you interviewed her.
Yeah,
Oh, that's cool.
no, Andrew
Oh
interviewed her.
well, that podcast interviewed her.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
okay.
got to produce it, but she was here. It is poker probabilities and how we make decisions, and that was a little after we had her on. We had her on like 2019.
Oh, okay,
Um,
interesting.
but yeah, I had lots of names on here that seem super interesting. Oh, John McWhorter. Yeah, okay, that might be. I'm just gonna pull that up
Oh
and
yeah, I'll note that all of them are recorded. I think as a general rule, maybe there's hundreds of episodes, and there's maybe one or two where he doesn't record them live. He's all about. I don't. Maybe he did something different during COVID. I haven't listened through all of the episodes, but he makes an effort to sit down in the same room with all of his guests, and he's very serious. So it ends up meaning that he's like traveling the world. He's recording from all over the place. He talks about it, how he's visited over 100 countries, and he's just like he's this like super driven, intense. I don't know. I'm interested once you ever do listen to it, as you get to know his kind of, you know I don't what I'm saying is I wasn't too worried about adoring him. I was like when I was describing the thing about how he couldn't I'm just saying he's good at what he's doing. And maybe better than most, um but I also I don't really adore him that much. I don't want it to sound like I do. I'm very curious about what drives him. I think he seems like a very interesting character, but he's also well informed, right? And he seems well informed. And um, but that comment I brought up because there was a book about there was a book by Malcolm Gladwell called Conversations with Friends. No, Conversations with
I,
People.
yeah, yeah, that sounds familiar. Yeah.
I think that was the name of the book, and the whole kind of gist of it is you can never really know someone, even if you uh even if you sit down uh and you try to learn about them, there's always a limitation to how well you can get to know them, and so I say this based on that kind of idea from Malcolm Gladwell. um I, I'd say this is in the same way. You never know this host. He's interesting as a host, and he turns out to be an interesting vector to get information from all these guests. Then also, be careful, because even Sam Bankman-Fried couldn't get
Found out.
found out.
Sure.
I don't know even if that unreasonable that I suggest that he could be. I know
Sure,
he is
sure.
this deceitful guy somehow, but I don't know.
All right. Well, I will check it out. I've subscribed, and there were several episodes there, including the John McWhorter one that looked really interesting to me. So,
All right. Well,
well, thank you to you, David.
oh, thank you to you, Daniel,
Oh, thank you. Well, for what specifically?
for saying thank you to
Oh,
me
okay. Great. You're welcome.
for your time for the last hour and a half
Yeah.
plus.
And thank you for your time for the last decade and a half plus.
Oh,
No,
no,
I don't know.
dude.
Maybe a decade. A little decade, a decade plus
Yeah.
of friendship and podcasting. Not as long. We've maybe got 6 years of podcasting.
Yeah. 85 episodes plus, and
Yeah.
then 5 or 6 years, something
Yeah.
like that.
But I look forward to another 50.
Oh, it's going to be great.
50 more years of crossword puzzles. I'm never going to miss a day of the New York Times crossword
I'll,
puzzle.
I'm going to hold you to that.
Okay.
You're gonna be so good at them by the end
And
of
I'm going
this.
to die on my 91st. Sorry, 50 more years. I'm going to need to get to 92 years.
Okay.
Die on my 92nd birthday when we are doing the crossword puzzle in 20, whatever it's going to be. What's 2024? 2074. Oh my God. What do you think the world will be like in 2074?
Different. I'd say quite different
Yeah, but
in
I
ways that
agree.
we can't predict very, very well.
I hope there's still crossword puzzles.
Oh,
You think there'll still be crossword
man.
puzzles in 50 years? I
Well,
think so. I think
yeah, I
so.
think
We
crossword
may be
puzzles will last.
computers. We may be computers by that point, but I still think there will be crossword puzzles.
Will there be? Yeah, will it be fun to do them? Like, will someone enjoy it?
Yeah, yeah, because it's just like fill in the blanks of, little clever,
Yeah, yeah. But you know how
jokes.
right now we don't let ourselves Google things, but in the future, doesn't it seem like you're not going to be able to not let yourself Google things? It seems like it's just
Oh,
going to
because
be
like Google will be built into your brain.
that. Somehow that feels what I expect the future to be
Maybe.
like.
I think there will still be some people who will not be computers.
I hope
And
that's true.
we'll
Some
get to keep
people
doing crossword
deserving.
puzzles. Yeah. And we won't be computers.
I'll
But
probably live in a zoo somewhere
yeah. Yeah, that'll be cute.
on display. Yeah,
Yeah.
that'll be cute.
All right. Well, thank you to producer Sam. Thank you to Sultan Studios. And if you are listening this far, you're our biggest fan. So thank you to you.
Hmm.
And please pass this along. We're gonna try to keep solving these puzzles, and we want your help. So join our live stream. Subscribe to Crosspod Wordcast
Yep. Anywhere you
on YouTube.
listen to podcasts, or on
Yeah,
YouTube. Yeah.
yeah.
Or on Twitch,
Twitter Crossword.
on Twitter.
Oh, on Twitter it's XPod Wordcast. Yeah,
It is. And that's convenient, because of the whole X thing.
yeah. You think we can get them to buy that
We,
handle from us?
Ooh.
XPod
Yeah, you think,
Wordcast.
or they lend us a little bit of promotion.
Maybe. All right. Well, David, do you have anything you want to say to close us out?
I can't think of. Oh, I said live long and prosper was what I said last time.
Oh,
We
I
could
don't
just keep
hate
that up.
that. Yeah. That's a pretty good place to stop recording.